unbearable loss. I also acknowledge that you're right. Not everybody can get up and walk out from work and say, I can't do this. I have to go home. There is an emergency. However, I also acknowledge that we live in a society where there are rules. And there are rules whether someone's your blood family or not. And while it's true that as far as we can tell, Ms. Collins has complied with this court's orders, she acted remarkably recklessly with regard to her brother and the absolutely and positively cavalier way that she dealt with these guns. This story, these facts, I shouldn't put it as it's a story, would be taken in a different light if we didn't have the benefit of the text messages. Because if this were really someone who said, you know, I have my own gun for my own safety. It is locked in a safe. No one has the key. No one has the combination. It's me, it's me, it's me. Oh, he took a hammer to the safe and broke in and got that lock open, and he got it, and there was nothing I could do about it. That would be a very, very different conversation. I think this is one of these things that everybody thinks that could never happen. That would never happen. My 6-year-old would never pick up a gun. He knows better. Except when you're 6, almost 7. You don't always make the best decisions. That's why we don't let kids enter into contracts. We don't let kids drive. We don't let kids get credit cards. We don't let them make grown-up decisions because they're kids. I remember once I was in 7th grade. My sister had just gotten married, and her sister-in-law, so my brother-in-law's sister, decided to take me to a festival. And she smoked, and I thought that was so cool. And she said, "Did you want a cigarette?" And I said, "Sure," as if I smoked all the time. I was so sick because I didn't smoke, but I was certainly trying to be cool. Because we do things that people we think are cool. We're like, "Oh yeah, I'm grown, I can do that." I don't even know that he had the capacity to think I'm a grown-up, I can do this. All he knows is he thought his uncle was the shit. He probably thought his uncle was the coolest thing he'd ever seen. And you knew that because all he was doing was talking about it. And the two of you were talking about this. Is there any word on the heat? Nope, just said shipped. As if it's the toaster you're ordering from Amazon. Is it here yet? Nope, just said shipped. Okay? You tell him to stop popping pills. And which is good sisterly advice. But you know he's apparently doing drugs. He says he doesn't want to go to jail. I don't know what it means when you say someone's coming with a gun and a broom. Maybe that's literal. I don't know. And then he says to you, March 20th, you can hold this gun until I pay you all your money if you want to after. Then you say, the next day, don't be leaving that gun anywhere in here because my son is steady talking about it. You knew he wanted to get his hands on it. You say, my gun came, and he says, I'll call you in a minute. Then you tell him, bring me my gun now. He's not supposed to have a gun. You know that. Did you ever get me some bullets? And he says, no, not yet. So you're using him to get you what you need for this in your mind. And he's apparently going to sell it for you. Somebody got $600 for your gun right now. Then he asks you if you want to make a quick sale, and you discuss reporting the gun stolen and then selling the gun. And he asks you for his clip back, and you give it to him. You say you'll give it to him. And when he sends you a video that shows him playing with the guns, your reaction is not to say, oh my God, my son is there. Mom, go make sure my son is safe. You tattle on him. Tell him to put my stuff up. In retrospect, I think your concern was for your son. And I acknowledge the pain you must be going through must be unfathomable. But you're tattling like a sister does. He keeps touching my stuff.
Judge, I apologize for interrupting, but just to provide some further context, on page 33 of the police reports in the defendant's interview, she admits that she was at her boyfriend's house when she received the Instagram message at 11:28 in the morning, not at work. She also doesn't send or call her mother until 3 o'clock in the afternoon because her mother worked a double that day. It was her mother that worked a double, and her mother didn't get off of work until 3 p.m. So the first contact she had with anyone else in that residence, other than sending the single text message back to her brother, was her mother at 3 p.m.
The criminal complaint was murky. I appreciate your clarification. Do you agree with it, that that's what that police report says?
Ms. Collins tells me that's not true, so,
But that's what she said. Do you agree that that's what she said in her statement?
yes,
And now she says it's not true?
correct.
Okay.
They have proof of me being at work.
Regardless, you didn't take steps to protect him. You wanted to protect your stuff. He didn't pay you for it yet. You wanted to stop touching my stuff, whether he was going to pay you for whatever. The fact is, this baby was there. And Ms. Ruckdashel is absolutely right. You should be able to trust your family to protect your children. But when they send you absolute billboards full of information that says, I'm not protecting your child, you have to act. And this is what those text messages are. These text messages tell you over and over and over, I'm concerned about myself, that he wants to have guns. You think he's always bringing drama. There's always stuff going on there. And you get the video. Now, I understand you say in your statement, I was at my boyfriend's, and I knew I couldn't call my mom until she got home. You say now you were at work, regardless. Regardless. Your baby is there, and someone you don't trust is messing around with guns. And the next thing you know, he's dead. the first thing I have to consider is probation. I simply do not believe, in light of